Welcome. Thank you to Allison Sensei for the ringing of the Kancho bell. I'd like to welcome everyone to this rainy day for our Shotsuki service. First, I'd like to thank some people who made the service possible. First, Gibbs Sensei, Allison Sensei, our organist, Howard Hayes, the flowers which are done by Kyoko Okura Gibbs, the streaming of the service by Alan Goto, and I am Kathy Mikuni, your service chair. Okay. On the first Sunday of each month, we observe the monthly memorial service, Shotsuki Hoyo, in honor of those members of our Buddhist community who have passed away during the respective month in which this service is being held. Sensei will now read the names of those loved ones who passed away in the month of January, in whose memory this morning's service is being conducted. For those of you observing today's service, in recognition of family members or friends who have passed away, please come forward as Sensei reads the name of your departed loved one to offer incense in their honor.
Thank you very much, Kathy. I will proceed now to read the January Shotsuki Hoyo list. Again, these are the people we know we have lost one year or another in the month of January. If you have lost a friend or family member or loved one in the month of January and their name is not on our list, just let us know. We'll be happy to add that name. There's no charge for it, and their names will be read in perpetuity as long as the temple's here the first Sunday of each month. So, without further ado, I will begin reading the January Shotsuki Hoyo list. Akita Hiraku, Arima Matsu, Babaoka Mikio, Fukeda Shigeyoshi, Fukumoro Kiyosaku, Fukumoto Seisaku, Furumoto Ikuo, Furuichi Tomizo, Furuichi Tomizo, Furuichi Yoshiko, Goto Hisayo, Hashimura Frank, Hayashi Hirai, Hayashi Shizuko, Higashioka Hanae, Hino E, Hirakawa Hyakutaro, Hirata Harumi, Hirata Sakuji, Hata Michio, Ishida Kiyoshi, Ito Toshiko, Kaida Nisaburo, Kamon Ayako, Kawamoto Asoyo, Kawamoto Hisako, Kawamoto Rikimatsu, Kawamoto Yasuyo, Kawasaki Natsuko, Kawashima Haru, Kazuaki Joe, Kikawa Roy, Kobayashi Kentaro, Konichi Genhichi, Kurashita now, Matsuba Ariyoshi, Nagata Toshio, Nagatani Ichiro, Naito Teru, Nishimoto Bunso, Nishimoto Masao, Nishimoto Mine, Nishimoto Shigeko, Nishimura Matsuyuki William, Ogawa Kunai, Ogura Sara, Oka Seiichi, Okada Sachiko, Okumoto Hinayo, Omori Daisuke, Omura Fumio, Omura Katsutoshi, Omura Matsuhira, Omura Suematsu, Ochi Shige, Oshita Rikichi, Oshita Yukimatsu, Otani Kazuyoshi, Oyama Johnny, Oyama Masajiro, Saeda Seiichi, Sakahara Isamu, Sakiyuba Kenichi, Sano Otamatsu, Sano Sarajiro, Shimizu Senjiro, Sugasawara Yo, Sugimoto Masa, Sugita Matsue, Taketa Iku, Teramae Yasunobu, Terasawa Ryo, Thomas Kimio, Toimoto Shichio, Tokimori Yoshimatsu, Tomono Setsuko, Drexler Daniel, Tsuchimoto Kazuyoshi, Uchiyama Ichiro, Umeta Kiyoshi, Umeta Zenichi, Ueda Kyoto, Wakabayashi Yasujiro, Yamada Margaret Kazuko, Yamada Margine Kazuko, Margine Kazuko Yamada, Yamane Akira, Yamane Isuyo, Yamanaka Michiko, Yamanaka Michiko, Yamanaka Noboru, Yamasaki Lin, Yamashita Tomejiro, Yamashita Roy Yoshio, Yano Shizue, Yashiki Sakaichi, Yoshida Yozo. These are the people we know who passed in January, people we know and miss. And again, if you have someone who passed in January, they're not on the list, we'd be happy to add their name. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Sensei, for reading all those names, and we really honor those who passed away this month, but we also honor everyone that you have lost. If everyone could rise for a meditative reading. Tan Luan asked this question. You say that Amida's light is boundless, shining on all the worlds in the 10 directions without hindrance. Why is it that some people in this world are not illumined by his light? He answers this question by saying, the hindrance lies with human beings. It is not that light is liable to hindrance. It is like sunlight, which shines throughout the 4 continents. The blind do not see it, but it does not mean that sunlight is not universally present. It is also like dense clouds that bring pouring rain. A hard stone is not saturated with rainwater, but it does not follow that the rain does not penetrate things. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you very much. If you can please be seated. Okay. Reverend Gibbs will now lead us in the sutra chanting. It will be Sambutsuge, page 33 of your service book.
Busetsu Daimoryo Jukyo Sanbutsuge Kogen Igi Ijin Mugoku Node Enmyo 요라이 요겐 쇼세무린 쇼바쿠다이온 고르지뽀 가이몬 쇼진 사마이치에 이토쿠무요 슈쇼케요 윤타일렌nem 쇼부튼 호카이 진진노 그고와이타이 무묘욕구누 세손요무 인노시시 윤토쿠무료 그군코다이 시에진묘 공묘이소 신노다이센 안나타붓 다이쇼 가도쇼지 미후게단 그때조이 카인린 쇼진 요레 삼마이 지혜 이조 고대 도구붙은 불교시간 기사이 크크 기사다영 계시우붙은 야기셈 노구먼 불교다이쇼 균요원요 구요 이사이 시토쇼붓 균요무도 갱쇼후격구 기뇨원요 쇼붓 세카이 일후가게 유슈셋노 고묘시쇼 행시쇼코쿠 요세쇼지 이진남요 요가사분 코쿠로 다이시고슈키요 노조 조zet은 고뇨 나이온 이물 토소 나토아민 노dat은 일사이 기포라이쇼 인넷은 쇼조 이토가코쿠 케아쿠 안노 고붓 신묘 대가 신쇼 오스가노히 이키쇼 쇼요쿠 지뽀세소 지혜무게 조요시손 기가 신묘 대요심시 쇼크도쿠추 가요쇼진 인진후케 나만나 나만나부 나만나부 Buddha, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
Will the Sangha please rise for Gatha? It will be Namo Amida Butsu. It is on page 136 of your service book. And please remain standing afterwards for a devotional reading, The Three Treasures on page 10, which will be led by Allison Sensei.
Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo.
Please remain standing, and Allison Sensei will lead us in the Three Treasures on page 10.
Good morning, everyone. Again, if you can turn to page 10. I will be reading the leader part, and if everyone can join on the all part. Three Treasures. How rare and wondrous it is to have been born into human life, and now I live it. How rare and wondrous it is to be able to listen to the Buddha Dharma, and now I am able to hear it. If I do not transcend the world of delusion in this life, when will I ever attain spiritual liberation? May I, along with the entire Sangha, with sincere heart and mind, rely on that which can be truly relied on in life, the three treasures. I rely on the Buddha. May I, along with all sentient beings, awaken to the great path with my entire being and discover the highest aspiration, which is to become a Buddha. I rely on the Dharma. May I, along with all sentient beings, deeply reflect on the meaning of the sutras and gain wisdom that is as deep and vast as the ocean. I rely on the Sangha. May I, along with all sentient beings, become one Sangha of life, able to move forward and live with a dynamic spirit that is hindered by nothing. The unsurpassed, deep, and wondrous Dharma, even in millions of kalpas, is extremely difficult to encounter. But now I am able to experience and embrace it. May I come to understand and revere the true meaning of the Tathagata. If you could all join me in Gasho.
Namo Amida Butsu.
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 Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
If you could please be seated. Next, Sensei will deliver his Dharma message, and his theme today in 2026, be well, be stubborn. I am really going to have to listen to this. I've been very stubborn.
Well, good morning. We're back, and so are you. Thanks to all of you for being here this morning. As usual, I too will pause to thank my colleagues in presenting the service, Minister's Assistants Kathy Mikuni and Allison Yasaki, our primary, actually only, videographer and tech support person, Alan Goto in the back, Howard Hayes, our organist, and Kyoko Gibbs for Naijin preparation and flower arrangement. This is our Shotsuki Hoyo service, our memorial service for those who passed away in the month of January, in one year or another. Our service is dedicated to those whose names I read earlier, our Shotsuki Hoyo honorees. If you lost someone again in the month of January, please accept my sincere condolences and let us know so we can add the name to our list if we don't have it there. It has been a year of many losses. You know, we lose stuff and we gain stuff and we go on with our lives, but losing people we love is a challenge we don't just move on from. I don't just move on from losing people I care about. I'm too stubborn. I'm too stubborn to let go of a sense that I will, in some real way, meet them again, be reunited with my mother, my father, my aunties, my cousins, my friends in the future. This stubbornness, this sort of stubbornness, is demanded of some of us if we were to maintain our integrity. What kind of a man would I be if I just accepted that my parents were deceased and gone forever with no resolution? Totally gone. That I would never share warm experiences with them again. What kind of a man would I be if I could accept that? For some, it may be that their integrity demands facing the loss of loved ones as irrevocable and unredeemable sadness. If that's what your integrity demands of you, that's what you must feel. My integrity demands of me believing I must encounter them again, albeit in very different forms. Those who, in order to have integrity, must just accept that the loss is permanent and total, well, that too is a sort of integrity, but it's not the Mahayana Buddhist approach to integrity. It's not the Pure Land way. Hopeless, dour acceptance is not the Jodo Shinshu way. Our way is reasonable. We do face reality. Our way is reasonable, but also hopeful. We will be with them, those we've lost, but not in exactly the same terms that we had known. We cannot be with them just like we used to be. That is lost to us. There are several 100 million Buddhists in the Pure Land stream of tradition. Nobody has exact numbers on this, but I believe there are several 100 million in the Pure Land stream of tradition. We have the promise of Amida Buddha to secure such a hope, to guarantee us that we will see those we've lost again in the realm of light. All of Buddhist tradition has the multiverse perspective. All schools of Buddhism teach that this is, in Chinese, a Daisen Sanzen Sekai, Daisen Sanzen Sekai, a tremendously, vastly, inconceivably multidimensional world. And the larger group of us, the Mahayana, again, who may, and just Mahayana itself may be approaching 1 billion by now. The Mahayana, all of us, believe that this Daisen Sanzen Sekai, this multiverse, this inconceivable multiverse, is intimately united. Every point of the universe is connected to every other point. We have reason to hope. I have strong Buddhist support for my stubbornness in believing that I will be with those I've lost again one day. I'm calling my conviction that I will be reunited with my mother, my cousin Steve, reunited with some of my friends from the Sangha who have preceded me into the mystery of death, Lin Ozawa, Yukie Okazaki, George Sugimoto. I'm calling my insistence that I will see them again stubbornness. Although it is really virya, it is really genuine endeavor. The fourth of the usual listed paramitas, perfections of enlightened beings. One of the Buddha's virtues, settling into one who lives in the light of the Buddha's promise to us. Living in the light of the Buddha's promise, I can't be like the Buddha, but I can be stubborn. I can be stubborn about big things that really matter. That's what we should be stubborn about. Saying the Buddha's name in forms like Namo Amida Butsu, trusting in the promise of a new, fuller, and happier life for everyone in the Buddha's pure realm of enlightenment, we do receive the Buddha's virtues. On this Buddhist path, we do change for the better, initially in small ways. So the Buddha rains down virtues upon me, dana, shila, shanti, virya, samadhi, dhyana. But the Buddha's virtue of selfless giving, manifest in my life, comes down to simply not being a cheapskate. I borrow that concept from Dean Slider, but how does the Buddha practice dana, giving, selflessly and infinitely? How do I practice dana? Not being a cheapskate. Never giving less than 20% of a tip, usually more. The Buddha's virtue of ethical perfection shared with me, manifest in me as I am, as I can be now, means that on a good day, I'm not a complete jerk. Write that down in your task list. Do not be a complete jerk this week. Currently, several of the world's most prominent nations are being run by complete jerks. No names. Several of the world's most powerful and influential nations are being ruled by complete jerks. So being empowered by the Buddha to, on a good day, not be a complete jerk is a valuable benefit of our path. The virtue I'm especially concerned with today, virya, is in an awakened person, tireless and constant endeavor to do good for others. Virya, constant, tireless effort to do good for others. That's the Buddha's form of that virtue. Manifest in me is stubbornness. But only stubbornness about important matters can be a virtue. Stubbornness about believing there is more life for all of us after death. In some real sense, there is life after death. Believing stubbornly in reunion with loved ones who departed ahead of me. Believing stubbornly in the worthiness of all living beings. This is how the Buddha's virtue manifests in me. Stubbornness about small things, like who pulls in the middle lane on the freeway, is not a good thing. That's not a virtue. However, stubbornness in your commitments to those you love is a good thing, is a virtue. On New Year's Eve, I told you that life is the highest value, according to Shakyamuni Buddha. So it comes right out of the Nikayas or the Pali Canon. Life is the highest value because it is a presupposition of any other value. Life is preserved in and through stubbornness. I am stubborn, sometimes in less critical matters as well. And, for example, I ruminate. To ruminate on things you could let that go about now, I have twice in my life hit a dog in my car. I do not ruminate on that. They went under my back wheel, both of them. I couldn't do nothing. I don't feel guilty about it at all. But, there were 3 times when I killed an insect that I really feel bad about. And one of them was earlier this year. I'm losing my place in my notes. But earlier this year, there was an insect in the sink. I spider in the sink. It looked kind of creepy. It was black. It was relatively large. So I just turned on the faucet and let, I'd say about 2 gallons of water down on this spider, you know. I walked past the sink 2 hours later, and here's the body of the spider. He has crawled about 2/3 of the way up and expired. I mean, that is stubbornness. That is a virtue. That is the stubbornness of life. That is the stubbornness of life, insisting on more and further life. That is a good thing. That urge is who we are. That stubbornness is a good thing. That's stubbornness. The stubbornness of insisting on more and fuller life for those we love and for ourselves is a virtue. It is our form of the Buddha's virtue of perseverance, virya. So this is the Dharma message for this morning. This is the Dharma message I wanted to give you this morning. Be slow and flexible in small matters, easygoing in small matters, but in big matters, in the matter of your connection with others, the matter of your convictions and your commitments, be stubborn. And in the remainder of 2026, be stubborn and be well. Be well throughout this year. Thank you so much for listening. I will see you shortly. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Reverend Gibbs, thank you again for an inspiring message. Even though this is a service where we honor the people who've passed away, it's also to honor our lives and their lives as well. If everyone could rise for the final meditative reading. And just before we start, I'd like everyone to think about all those young people who are lost in Switzerland. And I think it reminds us again, we are all connected. The message for today: I know for certain that we never lose people we love, even to death. They continue to participate in every act, thought, and decision we make. Their love leaves an indelible imprint on our memories. We find comfort in knowing that our lives have been enriched by having shared their love. This is by Leo Buscaglia. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you. If you could please be seated. Okay, we have announcements. All right. Well, first start with Kyoko-san, then Sensei.
Good morning. Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you for coming to the service. I just wanted to announce that your BCA, Buddhist Church of America calendars are ready for you to pick up. And also tea and coffee and a slice of cake are waiting for you next door. So if you have a minute, please come see me next door in the classroom. Thank you.
Also, if you ordered C's candies and haven't picked them up yet, we have those in the office. I'll just mention the usual stuff. I'll be here Tuesday as usual, 11 a.m. for a discussion class. I might be a few minutes late because I have a funeral planning for Reverend Carroll at 10 on Zoom. But I'm not the head minister there anymore. They just hired a new guy as of tomorrow. Yeah, Sterling Davenport Sensei starts part-time tomorrow. So I will be there by 11 or 11:05 for the discussion class. I'm usually on the porch here. At 1 p.m. we'll have the Tai Chi as exercise. 6 p.m. for the meditation class. And then Thursday, 1 p.m. for the Tai Chi. And we'll be back here next Sunday, 10 a.m. for our Hoyo service. A little bit longer and a little bit more formal than our usual service, including installation of officers and such, but you'll be out well within an hour, and I hope to see you next Sunday.
I want to make sure there are no other announcements.
No.
Okay. One other thing. I said, usually I have Marvin at the end here, and I didn't see him up here. So Marvin Inoue is going to give you a few announcements and good information. Also, just want to remind people, if they are interested in attending the Winter Pacific Seminar at Nishihonganji on January 31st, please let me know. If you are a BWA member or a temple member, your registration fee will be covered by our temple. So,
The topic is going to be artificial intelligence and its impact on our tradition.
yeah, and it's, the speaker is from Brazil. So it should be very interesting. Margaret?
Again, my name is Marvin Inoue, and I'm a volunteer at JANM. But my message note today is that this coming Wednesday, January 7th, there is a presentation at the Japan Foundation, which is down by LA County Museum of Art on Wilshire Boulevard, and it starts at 7. A few of us from this area are going, my wife, myself, Tom over here, and one other person, just to let you know. So that's at the Japan Foundation on Wilshire Boulevard. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. If you haven't had a chance to offer incense, please come up. We've refreshed the incense. So, or if you'd like to just offer incense one more time today, that would be great. But anyway, be safe out there. It is raining. So, and thank you again for coming to our service under such, such wet conditions. Again, thank you very much. Have a safe trip home.